Hey guys, it's Tony. I'm back again. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but here with a different Durango today. This is a 2015, belongs to a buddy of mine named Terry that he's got a set of Trackhawk Brembos that I'm going to install today. And just show you what we've done to it in the past few weeks, a few little things. So this is a 2015 all-wheel drive RT, and over the past few weeks, he's gotten I-box springs, some Trackhawk replicas, and Bilstein shocks. Got the alignment done. Looks pretty nice. And today we're going to install the Trackhawk Brembos. We'll unbox those. So he was able to pick up a set of real nice Trackhawk Brembos on eBay. For a pretty good price. Kind of jealous myself. Wish I'd have found some of these when I was looking. And he got some rotors off of eBay. So we're going to go ahead and install those today. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started on the front here. Already took the wheels and tires off. And you can see the factory brakes are still on this. But a lot of guys ask about what year models are compatible with SRT brakes and so forth. And this is a 2015. We're putting a set of Trackhawks on today, and Trackhawks ran from 2018 to 2021, I believe, and they're perfectly compatible with this 15 Durango here. Pretty much all of them, I think, from the 2011s up to 22 now, all the parts are compatible. And mine's a 2014, and I put a set of 2012 SRT brakes on it, bolted right up. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with this. So back behind the caliper, you got a couple of bolts that hold the bracket and everything on. And let's see, they're right here and right up in here. So I'm gonna take those loose. The whole bracket will come off, so I don't have to take the caliper loose separately. I'm just gonna take them all off in one piece, take the line loose up here, and the whole thing will just come right off. So we'll just go ahead and loosen up these caliper bracket bolts. So the bottom one's out, top one's loose. That was a 13/16 bolt. I'm gonna use a 12mm line wrench to take loose the line. Almost there. There we go. All you gotta do is pull this little clip. Line is loose. Should be just finger tight on here. The caliper will come off. Just gotta take these little lines loose that are attached here. All right, so to get these rotors off, there's a little O-ring that's right in this crevice right here that you gotta kind of pry out. There we go, you got it. Alright, so got some new rotors here, Brembo rotors. Put those on. I'll put my little O-ring back on the front here just so I can take it off. Okay, grab the rotor. Grab the caliper here. All right, so the calipers are just gonna slide right on, and I'm gonna use the bolts from the RT because the bolts that came with these calipers are those star head bolts, a little more difficult to work with. And these calipers already had pads in them, so we're not going to go through the trouble of changing pads today. The pads still look real good. You know, some of y'all are probably going to comment that you should put new pads on with new rotors, but I'm not doing that today. And when it comes to torque on these big bolts, on these brakes, I don't think you could put enough torque on them. So I'm going to go ahead and crank them down as tight as I can by hand. Now, the only thing left is to hook up the brake line. Pull this little red plug out of the end of the line here. Leave that on for a sec. Close it ready. Make sure that this wheel speed sensor line is on the outside of your line, so you don't get it twisted around. Go ahead and slide my clip back in to hold my brake line in place here. Alright, so now I'm ready to tighten my line up. Clean my hands off here a bit. You're going to lose some fluid, so just keep in mind you're going to have to bleed all this back out. Anytime you put new rotors on, it's going to take bleeding. Not rotors, I'm sorry, new calipers on, you got to bleed everything back out. And when I did mine, I noticed that if I didn't tighten these brake lines up a lot, that there would be some leakage. So I'm going to crank down on them real hard. Not hard enough to strip them, but hard enough to make sure they don't leak. Almost tight. Alright, that should be good in time. So now the only thing that we have left for the front would be to bleed it out. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and do the back and show you that procedure. It's about as easy as the front. Alright, you can stop. Real easy to remove the rear calipers. Same as the front. You got a couple of bolts that hold the bracket on. Go ahead and loosen those up. And from underneath here. All right, the top was just finger tight, so now I'm going to go ahead and loosen the brake line. And that was a, what's that? It's an 18mm on those rear caliber bracket bolts. So again, we're going to take our 10mm line wrench. And the line is just right around this corner right here. It might be hard to see. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and loosen this up. There we go. Alright, put a little cap on it. Alright. Just got to pull this little clip off again. And the line will come out. Alright, rear calipers off. And then again on this rotor out here, you gotta take this little O-ring out. A pain in the butt O-ring. You don't want this bad. Alright, so new rotor. O-ring back in place. Caliper. And if you get a set of these rotors and they're not marked right and left and stuff like that, and you're trying to figure out which ones to go in, you know, something I figured out was your bleeders are always going to be on top. So if you put on a caliper, it will bolt up upside down. Just know that your bleeders need to be on top. I weigh about 240, so it's probably about at least 200 foot-pounds of torque there. for the messy part. Remember, it's important to tighten these up a lot. I think I wound up going back and tightening mine like 2 extra times after I initially did it. So I didn't think they needed to be so tight. Turns out they need to be really tight. Hopefully that's good. And that's basically it for the installation of the calipers and rotors. The only thing we got left to do is to bleed these out and give them a test run. Okay. All right, in case you never bled brakes before, I'm gonna show you how that's done. Go ahead and pump it up, Terry, and so it gets firm, and hold it. All right, push on it, and I'm gonna open it up, and then the pedal should drop to the floor. There it goes. Let it drop on its own. And hold it there when it goes down. You pushing it? Close off the valve. All right, let it up and then pump it up again. All right, hold it and hold pressure on it, and then when I open it up, it'll drop, and just keep pushing it as it drops. And what you're doing is you're doing this until you don't see any air come out anymore, any air bubbles come through the line. Hold it. Is it to the floor? Pump it up again. All right, I'm gonna open it, it's gonna drop. Just push it to the floor as it goes. Is it all the way down? Hold it there. Pump it up again. It's 3 times so far. We do it about 5 times. If we don't see any air bubbles, then I'm gonna call it bled. Firm pedal. Is it firm? All right, we'll push on it while I open this. All right, pump it up again. Didn't get any air that time, so hopefully this will be the last time on this one. Pumped up. All right, hold it. All right, so that's one half of this caliper is bled. There's another bleeder on the other side. You have to do each side individually, but that's the basic procedure. You have your person inside, pump it up till it's firm, open the valve, let the fluid come through. If you see any bubbles, keep doing it. I usually do it about 5 times since these calipers, I don't know how empty they were, or you know, if we had to completely fill them or not. So did it 5 times on that side. I'm gonna do it 5 times on the other side, and we'll call this caliper bled. And then I'm gonna do that for the rest of it. All right, guys, so we finally got it finished, and this is how it turned out. It actually looks pretty good. The Brembo's looking nice. Yeah, it's dirty. It's raining. But it turned out real good. We did have a little trouble bleeding the brakes out. Sometimes a lot of air can get back up into your lines and into the anti-lock system. Fortunately, we had a diagnostic tool that we could use that ran through some checks to, or ran through some procedures that bleed out the anti-lock system. So we were able to get all the air out. The pedal was real squishy for a while. So we finally got it back up to a nice firm pedal. But it turned out real good. I'll show you a good. So it turned out nice. The Trackhawk yellow looks really good with the black. And you got the Trackhawk wheels. And looks good. And there's the 392 Beast. In case y'all forgot what it looks like. The red Brembos and the Hellcat wheels. So that's it, guys. If you have any comments or questions or anything, just let me know.